In our rapidly changing world, people who know how to work with energy can have a key role to play in aiding our planet in its shift to a higher level of consciousness. People want to contribute to positive change, and the practice of a simple visualization technique known as triangles gives us this opportunity. Throughout time, the triangle has been a symbol of humanity's inner life. Ancient peoples understood the triangle as a reflection of the triple nature of God that helped explain the secret order of the cosmos. The triangle's work began in 1937 and has since spread to all parts of the world. Triangle's members work in groups of 3, circulating the energies of light and goodwill through the 3 points of their triangle and pouring them out through the planetary network of triangles.
I have found triangles to be one of the simplest, most powerful ways to be of service every day. It's a meditation that's done as an offering to the greater whole. Particularly now when there's just so much constant barrage of information, it's one moment to pause and connect with a greater source of light and to tend to that the way you would tend to a garden, just a little bit every day.
Triangles for me is building a lighted network between 3 people so that we can have a more abundant outflow of light and love. And that has helped me move beyond my individual perspective. 2 ways. One is thinking that you're working as a small group, so it's not all about me. And the other one is, as a larger group, the 3 of you, it's all about service and being able to think about and help understand the next step ahead.
So triangle work to me is like joining a gym. If I join with other people, then I'm going to stay with it. And if I stay with it, then I know the impact is greater. It keeps me staying longer, and it keeps me remembering that my 2 colleagues are there, and they want me there, and I wouldn't let them down. And so the form takes a better shape, and the outburst is stronger, and we're committed to that. And it's a really lovely relationship. And you can do this obviously from a distance. Sometimes we are in the same room. Most times we're across the planet. And it's a nice way of connecting with your close ones too.
I did study numerology and the different shapes, and square was like a somewhat of a strong form, except if you push it from the corner, it collapses, it can collapse. But a triangle is one of the strongest forms. Mm. And so just imagining the world encircled with this light of triangles, it just seems so powerful to me. And radiant, and just the energies that we need to move forward into the future.
Through the power of thought, Triangle's members contribute to the restructuring of the energy field of our planet, and it's one of the most powerful activities we can use to contribute to planetary healing. The daily linking with your Triangles partners establishes a unique type of relationship, one that connects you with the soul of the people you work with. Relationships formed through triangles are lifted out of the ordinary and the individual and become something that you can sense as being used for a higher purpose. No matter where you are or whatever is happening in your life, Through triangles, you can feel a connection with your spiritual group. It's an opportunity to make a small contribution to a much larger purpose of bringing light and love and power to the planet and to all life forms.
This is a way of daily, with those two people, of daily having a link with them. And doing that is different from anything like just being with the person. Because when you link in a triangle, if you think about it, and you've done it for several years, each of us will do it differently. But for me, I guess, it's not so much that I visualize the face. I might initially start there, but I think every one of us who does this work will do this, I instantly link in to a sense of that person. And that sense changes slightly through time. And it's always a sensing of the essence of that person. It is like a way of sensing the soul, which is very different from the sort of the personality that you meet and greet and have a hug with.
I like to think about the Earth as a living being, and in many traditions, in cultures, that's how our planet is perceived, the living being, living Earth. And the same as in human body, there are different connections between different cells, and especially between the cells of the brain, there are like neurons that connect into each other. So it looks like a certain network within our brain. So when I do this practice of triangles and I connect with my brothers and sisters in triangles, and I have more than one triangle, I see it as this living net of light covering the planet. And I think if this practice done with consciousness and like with a focus on the service to humanity and with focus intention that we want to bring change to humanity, it can really function as that network of brain cells in human body. So people who has intention to help humanity, they can create that, become part of the same network of light within this net of light covering the planet.
Triangles is founded on the recognition that all is energy, with the physical form being the outer manifestation of the etheric or energy body. The human etheric body is an integral part of the etheric body of the planet and of the one life. The quality of the etheric body depends upon the state of consciousness of the individual, the group, or the nation, and because everything is interconnected at subtle levels, one individual thinking truth can make a real difference.
Science has proven that everything is energy, and that it's the form aspect that separates us, and at an energetic level we're all connected. So when we work with triangles, it's kind of like sharing that energy with the purpose, which is to try to bring more light and love onto the planet, which is what we can do. I mean, we're not on the front lines of the war zone, for example, but we are working inwardly in a way that really feels like it's actually accomplishing something, to help, because we want to help, and how you can't go wrong with having more light and love in your environment.
A triangle is a way of, it's like almost like forming a talisman. Three people agree to form a talisman through time, visualizing the relationship as a triangle of light, where the light isn't coming from the people. The light comes from that which is sacred. It comes from the inner sources of light and radiates through that triangle, making the relationship relevant and significant as like a building block in the building of the new civilization.
I would say that triangles can seem deceptively simple. It doesn't seem like much, and when I signed up, I certainly had no idea what I was in for. But over the years of this daily linking, I find a fabric of support and encouragement and livingness that I trust will be there far beyond my years.
Many people today are joining together in global meditations for planetary peace. Triangle's work takes this idea and turns it into a daily practice. Our planet has a spiritual destiny, which will unfold through fostering relationship, wholeness, and goodwill. Behind all the difficulties that are occurring in our world, there is an underlying purpose and a plan. The motivating power of the plan is love. As humanity aligns with this love, the retrogressive forces in our world will lose their strength and power to dominate us. As we form triangles, together we create the new and better world we hold within our heart. Please join us.